Alright, if you want to see how to get this out, check that other video I linked in the description, because yeah, that's not straightforward. End result is there's a little bar that comes up through here that you have to carefully unclip with the one screwdriver and then pull the bar out. And then this other one, there's another bar you have to unclip and pull the bar out, and then this will come out. Okay. Now I have to somehow get this little clip off without destroying it, because I have to reuse it, because that's what holds the lock in place. And the lock is inside there, so I have to get that out. So now I have to figure out how to get, I think I have to somehow pry that little tab up, and then this will slide. But let's see if I can do that without destroying it, because I need to reuse it. Alright, let's see if I can get the little clip off. I had to go to a smaller screwdriver, but then I was able to pry it up and get it off. So, yay, step one worked. Alright, with the tiny flat screwdriver, I was able to pry that up and got that off, and I don't think it's destroyed yet. And then what you do, it seems like, because I don't know for sure, you lift that up off, and then does that just come out, or does that... Oh, there is a little clip we have to push down, and then that releases. Can I do that with one hand? Probably not, but we're going to try anyway. Okay, and that was probably zoomed out too far. So there's a little spring tab just like in the other one. You have to release it from that little hole, and then it lifts up. Okay. Yeah, now I have to look up what to do next, because something is covering the important bit, so I'm guessing some of this still comes out of that cylinder. Alright, now I'll take the next thing off. Using the little screwdriver, I got it out of there and got the little end off. And now I'm trying to figure out how to get the pieces out, because it did not want to come out. And I had to look it up online later, and yeah, I could not initially figure it out. End result is you have to push it and then tap it harder with a screwdriver to get them out. And that does actually work. But I didn't figure that out till later, because I had to look it up online. But initially I was trying all sorts of ways to try and figure it out. Initially I took off the front, didn't need to do that. And then shortly after this, I went and looked it up online, because I could not... And it was, the reason it didn't come off is it was stuck. Alright, there's little tiny tabs that you can sort of see right there, the whole way around this front cover. Once you carefully pry those up and lift, this part comes out, and now there is the locking bits. So now I get to figure out how to recode with that mess. That should be interesting. Alright, now that I looked it up online how to get it out, you just use more force. So I used a screwdriver, a thin screwdriver to push through, and then the other screwdriver to tap the back of the screwdriver, and that ended up pushing them out. And then I was just, because I wasn't sure if I was going to have to put this back in case the other one didn't work, I did make a note of the order they came out, but using the key you could figure that out as well, which is what I had to do when I rekeyed it. But yeah, it was just very sticky, and you had to tap it, and once you tapped it past a little click part, then it came out. That was annoying, but most little things are that they're stuck. So there's sticky wax or grease or lithium grease or something that's on there that made it a pain to just take those out. Turns out I did not have to take this front piece off, so I put that back on. That way I don't lose the springs and such. I just needed to take off this very front cap. I did need to take that off, I think. I don't know. They did it in one of the other videos, but they didn't. I did not have to take this off because that doesn't do anything. That just literally is that top part is literally just the little cover that covers up the keyhole. That has nothing to do with taking the locks out. So You take all those out, and theoretically, I figure out what order that the new ones are supposed to go in and put them in, and then maybe the key will work. Let's find out. Alright, now I'm trying to use the new pieces to go back in based on the numbers I figured out of what it should be. And I figured out after I tried this that I was one off, and I had to take them back out, which I didn't video. Because it's very annoying to put them in and take them back out, because you have to, again, tap it with the screwdriver to get each one out, because it clicks in. That's the one thing I didn't realize, is once it gets in the whole way, it clicks in. It's like you push down, and then it clicks, and it's like, okay, then it's down in and springy. You have to get it past that little click point when you're pushing it out, and that's more annoying, but that's okay. The end result is I got it to work. And again, this is not a tutorial on how to do it. This is just my suffering on video in case somebody was wanting to watch that part. And there I'm trying to figure out, okay, is it supposed to go, and does it work? And it didn't quite work, but I got it figured out. And then I put the things back on and then realized, okay, that doesn't go. I have to turn it. Once I turn it, it went in further. And then, okay, that went in more. And then I was able to crunch it closed. And then it's much better. So yeah, you got to get it all put back together the right way, otherwise things don't work. And there I was getting a little clip on, and it should be good. Alright, it's back together, and with the key in, you can rotate, as you may have seen. Can I do this with one hand? Probably not. Yes. So you can see the fact that this housing rotates. When that rotates, that means it's unlocked and locked, and that will move because this is held in place. When that turns, that should move these rods, hopefully. I don't know, we'll see what happens. I'll put it back together and see if it works. I at least got it rekeyed correctly. And here I'm just putting the little piece back in, and it's really quick. But that worked. Alright, we got the old key. We got the lock. Alright, now that the plane has gone, we got the old key and the rekeyed lock. And we turn that way, and it is locked. And we turn that way, and it opens. So we now have the old key back in there. And because I put the steering wheel the whole way down, because of course I did. And then we have the old key, and we stick it in the steering wheel. And it works in there too. And comes out. So that was annoying, but not as bad as it could have been. The hard part was getting those little pins back into the handle. That was a pain to get back in. And otherwise, it went okay. So I now have this rekeyed back to the original factory key. Now granted, I've noticed that the original keys are completely worn, so I need to get some new keys from the dealer. But that's okay, I can do that. At least now I just have one key again on here, and this ignition piece doesn't come out, so it's more stable. So I'm really hoping the weird stuff I was seeing after I took that off and put that back in for the previous video, I'm really hoping the weirdness goes away, because that would be nice. I doubt it's going to happen, but we'll see. Because before it was not shifting correctly, which nothing I was doing here should have done that. But who knows? And yeah, and the ABS light was on. Nothing I did should have done that. So I don't know. But in this case, the good news is the keys are all changed. So now I can take it somewhere, and there won't need to be a locksmith portion of whatever the heck's going on for the diagnosing. It should be just figure out and fix. So, yay.